Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be talking all about my personal experience so far with the North Node transiting my 10th house. In turn, the South Node is transiting my 4th house. So for those of you who are not familiar with the nodes, I really recommend you watch some of my other videos on the nodes. I have a lot of other material on my channel, or you can check out someone else's channel and learn more about the nodes and then come back to this. But this is a transiting node and I'm still in it. So a little bit of background about me. I am a Leo rising. I actually have a lot of Virgo in my chart. Leo is the only Leo energy in my chart. So that's kind of interesting too. And that might impact how this is manifested for me. But I do encourage anyone who is a Leo sun or Leo rising to share their comments about, how has this manifested for you so far? Um, because I'm always eager to learn about, how it's manifesting for everyone else. But yeah, so basically, so far, I've circled on the picture in red. As you can see, the North Node is transiting the 10th. And I'm going to also talk about, you can see Uranus sitting there, you can see Venus, and you can see Mercury. I will briefly talk about how those have played out. But basically, the North Node in the 10th house, when we think about the North Node, it's our karmic destiny. It's, what we're supposed to be doing. Usually we're kind of thrown on this path that's more fated, especially if we're on the wrong path. It might feel a little disruptive. It can feel really exciting. And then the 10th house is the house, it's the most visible house. It's often known as our career or our status or reputation. It's how other people know us. So even if you're someone who's not in your working years, like you're retired, it's how other people see you and what you're known for. For me, this has been really interesting because even in January, I was like, I don't know what this is going to mean because, with an astrology background, I kind of know what this could manifest to be. And I'm like, I don't think anything's going to change, but boy, was I wrong. So I'm going to share a little bit about, what I do just because it's going to help, you know, um, put some context into this, but I am a clinical therapist. I just started working under clinical supervision. I have to gain a bunch of hours. So I was working for a company doing that. Wasn't the best company, wasn't the best pay, but I got to get my hours in. And I was for the most part content with that. But obviously would have loved to manifest a better job, but I didn't see what my other options were at that point. Then my clinical supervisor, so she mentioned, I think it was sometime I think it was May, that she was leaving the company I work for. And I was really sad, and I had the opportunity to either stay with her as my clinical supervisor, and she would be like an external supervisor, or I could find another supervisor within my company. And I really liked her. I really connected with her, and so and she's going to be my supervisor for the next few years. So I was like, I don't want to lose this woman. So I said, I'm going to stay with her. And then she just nonchalantly was like, I told her, I bet, I hope you're going somewhere really good. And she was like, well, yeah, I'm just going to my private practice. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then she was like, you could come to private practice too. And I kind of looked at her like, no, I can't. Like I'm still getting my hours done. And she was like, well, no, you can actually go into private practice. The state that I'm licensed in has an opportunity for people who are completing their hours to uh, start their own practices. I mean, as long as you're working under supervision and set your own rates and basically start your own business so that by the time I write my final clinical exam, I have a thriving practice. So I was a little intimidated by this, I'm not going to lie, because it sounded almost too good to be true. Like, really, I can do that? And the more I looked into it, there was a bunch of my other colleagues that had started to do that. And so with a little, and my company was very unethical. I didn't like it. So that also helped me pull away from the company I was working for. So basically, I unexpectedly and out of the blue decided that I was going to go into private practice. And so that's what I've done. So I've left my other job. I am now kind of in the transition period of starting my private practice, just waiting for some things to line up. A lot of my old clients that they had in my other job have requested to come with me, so I'm bringing them with me. So that's kind of cool that a lot of them, asked and wanted to come with me. So that's been the biggest news that I've done this. And I used to be a very private person. Like I even talk about it on this channel. I don't show my face a lot. It's just I feel like the this channel is about the astrology and the charts. It's not about me, so I don't really, and I have nothing against people who show their face. Many of my favorite astrologers all show their face. It's just maybe one day I'll change my mind, but at this point, it's a lot easier to do it this way. It's a lot more convenient, and it's about the chart. So this has put me in a lot more visibility, right? So the 10th house is also like, how visible are you? And I went from someone kind of in this company, with all these other thousands of therapists, to having my own website, to being on Psychology Today, to being, the company that manages my schedules and billing for my clients. They have me on a website. So I'm like super visible, right? I had to update I updated my LinkedIn as well to match that. So this person who was never out there is all of a sudden out there, right? Like, here's my face, here's my name, here's what I do. So that was huge. My income is jumping significantly because now I can charge, you know, what my what I feel like I'm actually worth, and also quite a bit more than my company was. My company, was a large, corporate kind of job, and they weren't paying very much. So that's super good. So income is increasing significantly. um, I would say my status is right. Like, I own my own business now. I am in private practice. That's huge, right, to me. This is something that I've always wanted, but I didn't think that I'd be able to do it for like another 3 years. So literally, like I said, just came out of the blue. That might be related a little bit to the Uranus. I mean, the North Node in itself can bring things out of the blue. When Uranus is nearby, definitely. I actually think there's going to be a bit more surprise for me. I hope it's a good surprise, because on July 30th, 2022, the North Node is going to conjunct Uranus. And so that will be kind of exciting. And I will post again to elaborate. I wanted to actually wait to post this after this transit, but it looks like these videos are getting a lot of good reviews and that people are liking them. And I just wanted to share, what has happened so far. So I will post as, more manifests. And, but yeah, so that's the main thing. Big step up in my career, very visible. So that's the North Node in the 10th house. In terms of the South Node in the 4th house, um, we did a big move. So my husband is in the military, so we move a lot, but we did a big move. We moved from Oklahoma to Hawaii. So very big move. I'm much farther away from my family. I mean, I was always far away from them in general, but now this is actually it actually might be a little closer now that I think about it, because they're on the West Coast. But anyways, um, moving, right? So letting go of something with home and family. We let go of where we were living. Uh, Sometimes it can be a loss, I've heard, with the South Node, or something that you're kind of, you know, like reminiscent about. But I wanted to get out of Oklahoma. I was not a huge fan of it. So that was really exciting for us. So we've literally just moved. So that's huge too, right? And then I will say I also have natal Jupiter. You can probably see it on the screen. I do have natal Jupiter in the 9th house. So there's always lots of excitement going on with travel and moving for us in general. But that's the main snippet of the transit so far that I can think of. I don't think anything else in home and family happened, unless like maybe energetically I'm letting go of some stuff. I mean, there could be that too. But let's go back and let's talk about what else is in that 10th house. So Uranus, I already kind of briefly talked about that, kind of unexpected, out of the blue kind of wild card. Like, this is a wild card. Every state does not offer people who are not independently licensed this opportunity. So I consider myself very lucky and blessed. Um, with Venus, again, Venus is blessing me, right? Venus is blessing me in terms of my career, my public status, my reputation. A lot of my clients wanted to come with me, and to be honest, sometimes as a therapist, and maybe it's as a rookie therapist, but I feel like I'll always, I don't know, maybe I won't always be like this, but sometimes you wonder, like, am I even doing anything for these people? Like, am I even good at this? You wonder. And then all these clients had said, I want to come with you. And so I was just like, oh, like, they want to, really, I must be doing something right. Or it's just a good connection, right? Because therapy, it's not all about me. It's about the work they're willing to do, but it's about the therapeutic rapport. And so that's a really good sign to me that I'm building really good relationships with clients, and I'm building that positive relationship with, which is really the core of therapy. For those of you who are familiar with therapy, if you don't have a good relationship with your therapist, you're not going to get any work done. So I feel blessed in that area too. Like, just my clients, I love them. I love the work I do. They clearly like the relationship we have. So, and then I just overall feel blessed in career because I'm going to be making a lot more money. I'm going to have more independence. I also have more responsibility. I will say that, right? Managing your own business, your taxes, and all that. And some of it's a bit stressful, but I'm learning as I'm going, and I have a lot of support. The Mercury, wow. Mercury, ever since Mercury has been here, oh my gosh, it's been like to set up the business. I'm working with a company who's helping me, get all the business license stuff and all the legal stuff, and they manage everything. I just pay them a fee, and they manage my schedule. They manage billing. They do all that fancy work. And so we've been in a lot of communication, just getting things done for the business and uploading the documents I need to upload and getting my licensure in, and just doing all the things I need to do to run a thriving business. And so we've been in a lot of communication, having like weekly meetings. I've been getting lots of emails from, my business license and my licensure and this and that, and just all the things you need to do a business. And so lots of communication in that area. Really busy. Not ideal when you're in the middle of a long distance move, but that's what happens around eclipse time, right? Life just gets crazy. And a part of me sometimes thinks, maybe I should have just pushed this job until after we got settled, but that's not what I chose to do. I chose to just dive in because I was just not happy in I was happy with the clients in my last job, but I really didn't like the company, and they really underpaid their therapists. So I really wanted to jump on this opportunity, which I did. So that's kind of where I'm at so far. Um, I don't think I have anything else to add. I haven't started seeing clients in my private practice yet because we literally just moved to Hawaii, and we're getting situated and all that. But I plan to see them close to the end of the month, and then we'll see what this conjunction does. This North Node conjunct Uranus. I'm hoping it's more wonderful, positive, good news. But please like, share, comment. I love to hear the comments about your personal experiences or how my experiences helped you. Maybe someone has a very similar experience, or maybe it's been very different. So yeah, comment away. I know some people don't like to comment on the channel, so you can personally email me. All my information will be listed in the description box below. So I thank you for listening and supporting the channel, and stay tuned for some more videos.